Back to Quebec right now, where we are watching Major General Dany Fortin outside the police station there. Let's listen.
As I was accused here this morning, it would be inappropriate for me to comment on the legal procedures that are ongoing or to answer any questions. 96 days. As I worked with the military and public health, I was removed from my job as manager for the vaccine effort and was informed that I would be investigated for sexual misconduct that happened more than 30 years ago. A journalist informed me, inaudible for the interpreter. Over the past 3 months, my family and I have lived through this nightmare with no information about this allegation, the result of the investigation, or possible charges. My team of lawyers tried to stop this and contact the prosecutors to get information, but it didn't happen. So I had to read about myself in the media with no ability or ways to defend my name. Monday, I was contacted by the National Investigation of the Armed Forces, who, to my great surprise, asked me to come here today to face my charges. I now have to, against my will and at my own cost, go through the legal process, first to defend myself vigorously against the accusation today in a criminal court. The second, to ask federal court to consider the absence of regular procedures throughout this ordeal. The interim Major General of Defense told me in his personal notes of the decision to take me out of my post while my position was a political calculation. I would have gone back to work. I had the honor. I had the honor and privilege to serve Canadians for 36 years in circumstances and locations that were difficult, including combat zones. But today, I have an invisible enemy, an invisible opponent, in the most difficult ordeal of my career. I look forward to continuing to serve my country once this legal issue is resolved. In closing, I thank all Canadians for their support throughout this.
I'll make a brief statement en anglais on what has happened to date. I will not be answering any questions on the legal proceeding as I have now been charged, and it would be inappropriate for me to comment on that. 96 days ago, while on secondment from the Canadian Armed Forces to the Public Health Agency of Canada, on instruction of the Minister of Health, I was removed as head of COVID-19 vaccine distribution in the vaccine rollout task force. I was told then that I was under investigation for some form of sexual misconduct alleged to have occurred more than 30 years ago. I learned about the general nature of the allegation from a reporter shortly after I was relieved from my job. For the past 3 months, my family and I have been living this nightmare of not knowing the nature of the allegation, not knowing the status of the investigation, not knowing whether or not I'd be charged. My legal team has repeatedly contacted prosecutors to seek any information with no success. So I've been forced to read much about me in media with no ability or no outlet to defend my name. On Monday, I was contacted by the Canadian Forces National Investigation Service, who asked that I be here today in order to be arrested. This arrest warrant was a total surprise. I am reluctantly and at my own expense forced to pursue two forms of legal redress. The first, to vigorously defend myself against the charge laid today in criminal court. And second, as a federal court, to consider the lack of due process accorded me throughout this ordeal. As the acting chief of defense staff told me, confirmed in his personal notes, the decision to remove me was a result of a political calculus. I just want to get back to work. I've had the honor and privilege of serving Canadians for over 36 years in some very challenging circumstances and places, including combat settings. This fight against an invisible foe has been the hardest of my career. I look forward to continue to serve Canadians, serve my country, as soon as this legal issue is resolved. I'd like to thank Canadians for their support and understanding. With that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Thanks for being here today. Merci beaucoup d'être ici aujourd'hui.